Evening, everyone. Hope you had a great weekend. Please don't forget to check our website. We're still running our 7-day free trial, $25 a month. We have 3 sessions: Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It depends, London or New York. It depends how the market is moving. We cover our watch list. That's around 20 pairs. We go over the setups that are tradable for the following day or the following session. And but the $25 will not cover you, will not allow you will not give you access to our members area. In our members area, we go over more than 32 pairs. For example, let's say the yen pair, we have 4-hour daily and weekly for the euro, pound, and USD with specific details and directions. And recordings of these sessions for up to more than 2 years of recordings. A lot of education if you're struggling in your trading, if you have the direction but you don't have a setup. There's a lot of education that we offer. And don't forget to check our academy. We have one-on-one or different courses that we offer online. If you have any problems in or consistency in trading the Forex or indices or the stock market. For this week, I want to thank you all for joining, and we're gonna start with the pairs that were requested from us last week, live on YouTube every Sunday around 3 p.m. Eastern time. Someone asked for copper. It's been 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We've been following this pair from this drop to this buy towards up here. And last week I suggested do not buy over here or sell unless if it comes inside this structure. For this week, what we're looking for is a pullback, staying inside the structure, a pullback and a sell for the following week. Now if it does the pullback but it breaks above the structure, I suggest leave it alone, wait for better setup, because this can do the following and continue the bull run. So just watch this area. If it comes here and respects this zone, the indicated zone, sell it. If it breaks it, it's gonna continue heading up. Cacao, we suggested, we were right here if I'm not mistaken. That's the 23rd exactly. So I suggested to look for a sell setup, and hopefully the person that requested for that benefited from this sell. For this week, this sell can simply I suggest you take profit and look for a reversal or at least a correction. Let me just clear this. So for this week, either expect a correction and continuation for the downtrend, or if we get a strong rejection in these areas, wait for the pullback and take your long. Coffee indicated any pullback, look for a sell towards these areas. and that's what we're having. The better the pullback, the better the sell is. So for the upcoming week, the same thing. Wait for the pullback. If we get a nice pullback, sell it. If not, go lower time frame. You can still sell. There's enough space to take out this low. Rob, gasoline futures, which is listed for a sell, and you should be in a sell. For the upcoming week, expect a correction or a nice pullback and continue for a sell. This is heading down at least to these areas. So on any pullback, any sudden pullbacks, sell it. Now let's go to our major analysis. For this week, especially in the indices and the majors, I suggest stay away. It's going to be a lot of volatile. If you don't have the experience in trading or trading volatile market, I suggest stay away from these pairs, the majors and the indices. There's a beautiful setups on yen pairs. I will focus on that. But let's cover the indices as usually I cover like one pair. If you need more, please put them in the chat. More than happy to go over them. So S&P 500, we're looking for this week. Last week said look for your sells, and that's what we had. Hopefully you guys benefited. If you are in a sell, I suggest take profit. What we're expecting for this week, let me clear these out. What we're expecting for this week is some consolidation in this area, a break and reversal. This consolidation can be strong, or it can consolidate in this area and then a break, fake out and reversal. We'll be looking for this around here. That would push us to the DXY. The XY last week said we suggested for buys, at least the correction. The correction exceeded our point. We're expecting it to respect this area and reverse. It exceeded this area, but we took the buy. So what are we expecting for this week? We're looking at the following. We're looking a drop, one more push up, probably to these areas, and then a sell-off. That's one setup. Second setup I'm looking at, let me change the color, is the same thing as this one right here, but a bit smaller. And then same concept around here, consolidation, taking out the highs, and then continuation for the downtrend. As I said, this downtrend is not yet over, but if you do not have the experience, greetings guys. So if you don't have the experience to trade these markets, I suggest stay away for this week, especially on the USD pairs. So for this week, I'm expecting consolidation. It's going to be a lot of volatile. It's going to come down, go back up, hit everyone, come back down. So it's in consolidation. It doesn't mean that that's the shape it's going to make. Consolidation, correction form. Some people call it consolidation. Some people call it correction. So this can easily be very strong, like Elliot wave talking concept. It can be a zigzag. So it can do the following. Very strong move and then continuation. So expect something volatile, right? Anything that's volatile, expect that. That would push us to the Euro USD. Euro USD suggested last week to look for a sell towards these areas and then look for a buy. As I said, the XY exceeded our projection. For this week, what we will be looking for, same thing but the opposite of the DXY. There's still more space to go down on the euro, so same concept, consolidation or a strong push to the upside, then a break. That's setup number one. And setup number two, as explained, the same thing as the DXY, consolidation in this area and then a break and reverse. It's all up to you what kind of a trader you are. You want to trade volatile market, you want to scalp, you're a swing trader. Swing trader, look for the fake out around these areas. For day trading, you can trade the sell, the continuation of the sell. It depends on your setup. If you're having any problems with identifying the direction, that's what we do in our community. And if you're having any problems of finding what kind of a trader you are, we have special courses, psychological courses with our community. GU, same thing, we suggested for a sell last week and then rejection. I still see this is heading more down, at least taking out these lows. So more sells towards the GU. If it pumps straight out of here, just leave it alone. It's just a fake out. So more sells on GU, especially if it does that. And we're gonna have a nice sell taking out these lows. UCAD, beautiful buy. Hopefully you guys benefited from it. This one, looking for same thing as the DXY. This can easily go back up, come back down, consolidate, hit one more time and then drop. The downtrend is still valid. We'll cover that, Michael, just at the end. So the downtrend is still valid, but that's one setup. Second setup, we're looking at the following. Same concept around here. Consolidate in this form, go up, hit the high, come back down, and push one more to the upside. There's still space to the upside. If you use fibs, it can give you there's nice liquidity up here, convince everybody that we're heading up, and then reverse and take everyone. I expect this to be, if not this week, next week, but for the following week, consolidation and still push to the upside. As I said, stay away. Swissy, it's from right here 2 weeks ago. I was expecting a correction higher than this one before any drop. It dropped without us. This week I was expecting a retest of this area and a sell. It continued to the upside. Apparently me and Swissy were not clicking. So for this week, what we're looking for, if the DXY is looking for a strong, on any pullback, stay away. So seriously, it can do the following and then continue for the uptrend. The higher time frame, I'm looking for these kind of a correction and then a sell. So there's still more space towards the upside. A lot of guys would say that that's a correction and sell it. I don't think we're going for a sell in this area. But as I said, me and Swissy were not clicking. So, but what I see from this chart is the following towards the upside. We might expect a correction. This correction might drop towards these areas, forming, some people call it head and shoulder, and trade it on the break or retest of the break, but expecting it to hit these highs. NU last week suggested correction. We were on the 23rd. Where's the 23rd? That's the 23rd, around these areas. No worries, man. So last week suggested a correction and a sell. Hopefully you guys are in the sell. What I'm expecting for this week, a drop, consolidation. Let me clear this whole thing, it's total mess. So correction, continuation for the drop, a correction, one more drop before any taking out everyone that's right here, before any continuation for the uptrend. For this week, same concept, correction and a drop. AU was expecting a better correction and then drop. It left without us. Some of my guys took this. Everyone has his own setup, everyone has his own view on the market. Malik, yes, we cover Euro GPY. I will go over it soon. Everyone has his own setup, but like we all trade in a community, right? So we give our own ideas, we share our own thoughts. So what we're looking on the Aussie, this can very simply continue the downtrend, or it can do the following. If it does that, please look for yourself before any major pullback to the uptrend. We're still not ready for continuation of the uptrend. So as I said, stay away from the USD pairs. Silver was a beautiful sell. Most of my guys that trade silver took this sell and took profit around these areas. Sorry, around these areas right here. What we're expecting, I'm expecting a push to the upside. This might come back down, retest this area, and continue heading and continue the expected move towards the upside. Do I see it heading down more? It has a lower probability of heading more. Keep in mind, in trading we trade higher probabilities. So what we're looking for is a drop or any correction in these areas and the up move. Gold, the same concept, beautiful sell-off indicated last week. Most of my guys took it. That was your take profit, and you should be in a buy. If you're not in a buy, wait, this can come one more time, retest this area and look and take your buy. If it does not come and retest this area, go lower time frame, identify a setup, a buy setup that you're familiar with, that you have mastered, and take your buy. This can easily come up here or go up there back to the 2000, but first take profit is this area. Oil, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. As we said, sell setup from this area 2 weeks ago. We held it all the way till down here. What are we expecting? I'm not in any position on oil. We already took profit. What are we expecting for the following week? I'm expecting we'll be looking for the buy. It's not yet ready, but I want to see accumulation, taking out liquidity and heading up. So it's gonna, if it goes straight from here, we know how to trade it. We have a setup to go with the trend on lower time frame. So I'll be looking for buys. If it continues without us towards the downside, we will reassess and look for a different probability for us to trade. But for the time being, we will be looking for buys. There's no setup to buy at the time being. Yen pairs, I said in the chat, yen pairs are looking beautiful for this week. Hopefully you guys benefited with this drop and this drop that we indicated last week, and you should be in a buy around Thursday. So how far this buy can take us as a correction, correcting this trend and continuation for the down move, or either or the direction is towards the upside, or let's take out this one from here, or I'm expecting the following. Same concept around these areas, something like this, and then a sell. Continuation for this correction. This whole move is still a correction. It's not yet over. So for the following upcoming week, we'll be looking for buys on all yen pairs. They're not ready yet. They're missing a leg. We can go over that in our midweek sessions. Please do visit our website. We have a 7-day free trial. You can go over and check it out. You don't like our analysis, or you see it's not benefiting for you, you can cancel it before the 7 days is over. It's just a $25 a month for the guys that cannot afford $75 a month for the members area. We will be directed to a specific chat where we answer most of your questions. We do not give signals though, guys. A lot of guys are asking me if we give signals. We do not give signals. I give setups. I give probability. As I'm talking now, probability this might reverse, watch it. You have to develop your own setup, your own criteria of trading, of entry and of exits. We can help you in that by teaching you how to do that. If you're interested, please hit me or send me a message on Telegram. We have Discord, but it's not online yet. For the pound, I'm looking for the buy, but there's still a probability that this can head one more down before any buy setup. So just watch the buy. Let me go over yen pairs. We covered that. Aussie, the same thing, same concept. Looking at the following, a drop and one more up, same thing as this one, same thing as this one. for any major continuation of the downtrend. For next week or the week after, we're looking for this buy. CAD, same thing. I trade basically all CAD pairs, so we were beautiful sells from around these areas. What I'm expecting from this week, I'm expecting a correction, maybe a drop, then a correction, same thing as this one, before any one more drop. There's still space, same thing as this one, towards these areas. There's still space for the drop, but for the next week I'll be looking for a fake out and trading a counter trend move, same length as this one. Euro, still space, more space towards the downside, but I'm expecting a pullback and continuation for the downtrend, at least towards these areas. So you can trade this pullback if the euro is strong, or you can wait for it for the retest of this zone, take the drop. If we reject and come back in, this whole move is over and will be heading to the upside. So watch these areas, let the price talk to you and show you the direction. The analysis is you're supposed to identify key areas, key setups that you're familiar with, and you wait for the price to come and react in these areas for you to trade. If the price goes without you, you just leave it alone. You don't run after the price. And you want something that's consistent, right? So you to have consistency, you gotta be familiar with that setup. Swissy, I don't like this one. I'll just leave it alone. New Zealand, yen, same thing as the Aussie. I'm looking so Malik, hopefully I answered your question on the euro. If you need more details, you can find us on a Telegram. More than happy to assist you over there. On New Zealand yen, I'm looking, still it's not ready. This can very simply do the following: drop, take out these areas before any buys. We will not trade these drops. Did the music just all suddenly? Anyways, we'll not trade these drops because this might be the last drop. We'll be looking for fake outs, liquidity grab around these areas and take the buys. Let's go back to our watch list. Crypto, been saying for ages now, look for your buys. Stop trading these small moves. Trade these. If you bought from here as indicated, or here, or from here, we've been going over, buy till the 15k. What are we expecting here? I'm expecting same concept. Let it come up, a drop, let everybody join and head it back up. Collect the liquidity that's up there. This should be heading to 15k if not higher. So expecting a fake out, clearing everybody out, and continuation for the uptrend. I will go over some crypto. XRP, I'm looking at the following: for this price to come down here that was it. I identified it on a different platform. 1 second, guys. Yes, exactly. I'm looking at this to come back over here, a drop, one more drop. If you want exact measurements, take a copy of this one and place it around these areas. This will show you where it will stop. Then a major buy, breaking these highs and probably breaking these highs that are up there. So it's up to you. You want to sell it, wait for this area to sell. You want to look for buys, wait for it to come down here and take your buy. Okay, so that would be it. You're welcome, Malik. You're welcome, bro. What would you like me to check, guys? I will link last week's video up here at the end of this session, so that you guys can check our reviews, that we are consistently more than 80% accurate with our analysis live with you guys. So what would you like me to check, guys? You said DAX, right, Michael? DAX indices. DAX is looking nice. Even I will go over DAX and I will go over UK. DAX, what I'm looking at, like all the indices, I'm looking at the following, right? This to give me a nice, where is it? To give me a nice pull on the pullback, take it up and clear these liquidities that are up there. So I'll wait for it to reject. This can fake out, come back in. When it comes back in, wait for the rejection, for the retest or any pullback on lower time frame and take your buy. UK 100, I saw, yeah, this been going on for a while, and this correction, I think it's over. So we'll be looking for the buys, and if this is over and it confirms it according to your setup, this is gonna take this high and probably higher. So let's see. Don't miss this. You're welcome, Malik. Anything else, guys? What would you like me to check? Oh, you are a crypto guy. Crypto. You said what? Crow BTC. This one? Okay, so for Crow, there's no sign of it reversing. If you're looking for a buy, there's no sign of it reversing. If you're looking for a sell, good for you. That was a beautiful sell. If you're looking for a buy, I don't suggest you buy here. I would just leave it alone. Yes, you might have a rejection around these areas. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's worth it, because this can reject around these areas and continue one more down. So it depends what kind of a trader you are. Neil, you asked me, hopefully I answered your question, sir. Neil, you asked me for Euro CAD, right? Where are they? Exactly. I'm looking at the following. It's on the website, Neil. EuroCAD, but we're looking for it to drop towards these areas. That's a pair that's covered on the website. So we're looking for this on any pullback. Take your short towards these areas. I'm expecting the same move to happen here for this leg. So if you know how to measure it and watch these areas. Okay guys, so hopefully I answered most of your question. You're welcome, Malik, you're welcome, Michael, you're welcome, everybody, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed, answered most of your questions. Just be careful this week, guys. It's gonna be volatile. If you don't have the experience, leave it alone, take a break, go find some hobby to do. Daniel, you're welcome, sir, you're welcome, welcome back. And yeah, so be careful. Don't forget to check our website. We still have a 7-day free trial. You're more than welcome. Would be our pleasure to have you in our chat. Take time and trade safe.